we can move to anywhere that we want. Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Hat and Mr. Kia. So the first question can be difficult if you don't have these keys on your laptop. So I'm going to show you a picture. There's actually a page up, page down key. If you have an actual keyboard on a desktop, you might see it. If you're on a MacBook, I'm not too sure. There is a shortcut key. I'll quickly show you what it looks like when I use it on my computer. Just 1 second. Okay. So you can see my screen. I'm going to use page down. And let's look first. It's starting at row 1, all right? And it goes to row 29. So I'm going to click or press on page down. Now it goes to row 30 and 59. And if I go to page up, I can see that it's going up in intervals. So almost up in probably almost 30 rows, almost. So if you have that key, page up, page down, then you can do that. It's just quicker. If you don't have it, then there could be a shortcut key that you need to look for, especially if you're on a Mac, okay? All right, just wanted to point that out. And everything else was bravo. Okay, so let's have Mr. Apire and Mr. Visal next to share their screen and present.
Okay, as you can see, the question is number 6, field handle icon, and how to use it and how to select the entire column. So the field handle icons is the icons shaped like the it's a black plus sign like this. Like you see my cursor. This is the field handle icons and how to use it. You can copy the value or copy the value in the column or copy the value in the cell by clicking and drag down, or drag away. Oh, sorry, or drag yeah, drag down. As you can see, the field and the same value in the cells of column. And let's move. This is the value, and now talking about the
just back from toilet.
All right. Okay, keep going up. So now talking about the number. The number we can copy it by click and drag down. As you can see, it's the same values, but if we use the control key, we click on it and press the control key and drag down. As you can see, the following values of the number. If about the days of week or months of the year, any numbers or any values is by using the clicking and press the control, drag it down or drag it, drag it down. You will see the following values. All right. And this is how to use the field handle icons. And how do you select the entire column? Select the entire column. So select the entire column as column is the I don't know how to say, but this is the selecting of the entire column. Just click
The vertical,
on
vertical shape. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Vertical shape. Just click on the any alphabet that you want. Like A is A alphabet is yes the column A and column B, column C, any columns L. You just click on the alphabet. So that is the selecting entire column. And move to the next question. Let Mr. Michelle show your screen.
Yeah. So, so my question is, oh, I think you can just share your screen, but it's okay. Okay. So question number 8, how you select multiple column? Okay, again, if you want to select column A until column I, just drag it like this. So that's how you collect multiple column. And question number 8, how you select an entire row? So an entire row is just one row. So here is the row. So let's say you want to click row number 4, just click on number 4. That is the entire row. The entire row of number 4. That's it. Thank you.
All right, well done. All right, I just want to add too, especially for the fill handle PDF and also Excel, that was really interesting about using the shift or the control key. I think you added extra techniques, so that's great. Thank you for that. And just for multiple columns, I just wanted to add some more just so that you have more flexibility. So for sure, 100% you can drag. Right now, if you wanted specific row or columns, like say I want A and D, can you think about what I could press so that I can just get A and D? Because if I drag, I get A, B, C, D. But how could I just get A and D? Does anybody know?
Just for control.
Yep, just press control and you can get the ones you want. It's very selective now, right? And one more thing, let's say you don't want to drag, but you want all these rows from A to M, but you don't want to drag. You don't want to do that. Let's say you just want to click A and then click M, and then everything from A to M is selected. What do you think we could press so that I can just click M and it takes everything from B, C, D, E all the way to M? And I don't have to drag my mouse.
This time you shift.
Yes, correct. You can use shift now, a bit quicker, and let's work on your fingers. All right, so control for selective and using the shift. All right, cool. Just wanted to add that. And I'm not sure if they talk about it in the later videos, they should. But I'm not gonna talk about it. They actually do, so I won't say it. Okay, perfect, thanks. And let's go back, or let's move forward to Mr. Smite and Sarai. Thank you.
Okay, let me share my screen. Yeah. Okay, do you see my Excel file?
Yes, nice.
Yes.
Okay, I input the data. So the question number 10 is how we select everything in the worksheet. So select everything in the worksheet. We can touch this one and we select everything in the worksheet, or just any point up there and just Control A. So we can select everything in the worksheet. Okay, and now the question is how can you select or set between 2 points? I not really understand the question, but maybe it's like that. Here is the first point, and we select, and here is the second point in hand again. So that's why we can control and we select in here, or we can use the shortcut. Shift move to the second one. I am correct or not? I'm not sure about the question.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, and question number 12 is how can you select or cell has data information and are not blank? Because normally in the data we all input data here, so that's why when we just input any place and then just Control A, so it automatically collect all the data. How about the mouse faster is small, but if bigger we just Control A. Okay, and for the question number 13 is what is non-continuous data? Non-continuous data is a data that is not we want to select the data that is not connecting with each other. This means that here is the continuous data, but if we select here is always the same continuous data. But if we select here and we select here, it is non-continuous data because it have the blank here. If you want to select two continuous data together, we just select it and pay control and now select another data, so we can keep both data and also apply for multiply data as well. Okay, thank you. That's all my question.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Awesome. Now, your spreadsheet's very intriguing, and I wanted to ask you if you can choose between ID 1 to 4, which ID would you choose, Mr. Retzmay?
Oh, actually, I don't know how to drink. I never drink.
Oh,
in
really?
my life. Yeah, until now I just plug together not more than 3 cans. Since I was born until now, not more than 3 cans.
That's good. That's good rule. That's a good rule.
So, Mr. Johnny,
Yes.
I just would like
I
to
share my screen now.
ask you. I just would like to ask you about Mac, which key that I control so I can select across from one point to another.
Okay, what I'm going to do, because I didn't prepare for Mac users, but because Kia is a Mac user, what I can do is ask her for her shortcuts key list and what she uses. As I don't know, I'm not a Mac user, so I don't know off the back of my head. Are there any other Mac users, or is it just Mr. Kia?
Yes, me.
Just you, okay. Yeah,
It's actually all Mac, Johnny.
So are you okay with that if I send a message to Kia and she'll get back to you?
No problem at all. Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah. Help. Yeah.
All right. Okay, just give me a second here.
No problem. I've been exploring, but I could not find it.
Oh, Father Johnny, I think in my Excel file something happened to me when I use the page up and page down. Page up is the same, but I use to page down is go to the down the last in the down. It's not go to the number in our one sheet. What happened? It's just go directly to the last number in the down, not
Okay.
the one sheet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you not believe it? I can try it for you. I don't know.
Yeah, show me.
Okay, where is my Excel file again?
So Johnny,
Oh, here.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I actually found it.
You found it? Okay, thanks.
Yeah, so the left, I mean, left click and then drag.
You see,
That's how it works.
Okay. All right, thanks, Gia. Gia.
Yeah, it's no problem. But
see my
yeah, if you have another solution, they're gonna be helpful. Because trying to be concise in terms of using all this shortcut,
Yeah.
you're gonna be very, very useful. Thank you.
Okay.
you see here is the pay, and where is you pay up, it go up, and you see the pay down. And my number in page 38. Here, pay up, pay down. The last
Okay.
number. And
Okay.
on the right side also the same. Always
What
the last one.
What happens when you do control down, control up?
Yeah. I do control down, control up.
Okay. That's strange. I'll have to check that one out.
Wait.
That only happened to me when I press control
I control down.
and the arrow key.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Arrow key, I go page down. Yeah, I don't have that. Maybe you have a special case.
I think maybe it's all in the setting. You have that as well, and then I don't know, but maybe it's
I think maybe because my laptop, so it's not the fully. I pay up, pay down. Wait. I put in the home maybe. No, the same. Okay, same. It's okay.
All right, great. So hopefully you learned something new. I did. And we're going to now do the quiz on your Coursera. Just a quick quiz. Don't worry about getting 100%, just, comprehension. And just want to make sure everybody knows where it is. Coursera. Okay, so if I go to week 1, and then we're going to do here, practice quiz, navigating and selecting. All right. And once you're done, just type in the chat, done. Just 5 questions.
Is that the Google sheet? All right.
Not Google Form. It will be on Coursera. If that's your question, sorry. It'll be in the Coursera, navigating and selecting.
Perea, I think you just did it.
Mr.
You just did a
Johnny.
quiz.
Yes, Mr. Kia?
Yeah, I just have. I mean, it's kind of like a double check in order to classify it clearly. because you know, just like talk back to the worksheets and the workbook. So when we are talking about the workbook, it's more like you know, whatever that can be seen or blank on the Excel program itself. Is that correct?
Yep. So
And then when you talk about the workbook, how do you classify that separately to the worksheet?
okay.
Workbook.
Yeah. So give me a second here. I'm gonna share my screen just to make sure. All right. So if you look at the bottom here, we call these the worksheets.
Yeah.
And
Down
then,
down below, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
And they are contained in a workbook. And the workbook, like, it's
Like this.
basically the file, the whole file. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if
Yeah.
I save this, opened it, that would be the workbook, and within it are the worksheets.
Yeah. Thank you. I
Well,
just want to double check and clarify to make it clear
no problem.
for me and for everybody too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mr. Rasme, I really liked your background with the food. It got me really hungry. Can you please tell me what kind of dish that was? Was it potatoes?
Actually, it is a long time ago. I just checked in my 2010. My previous image, so I just import it. Maybe from the I forget it.
All right.
You guys good at putting a lot of backgrounds on it. I don't know how to do it.
I just know. I just import the camera. I just know it, and I learned to put it. But I think that the food make our feeling is so strange. It's cannot focus. That's why I took take.
Okay.
I gotta do that too.
It means it's nearly time for lunch. I will change the background to the food so that they will know it.
All right, Visal's done. Thanks, Visal. Just please just wait a bit.
So that's abbreviation. Excuse me, Mr. Johnny, what do you want us to do?
Just do the quick quiz on Coursera. After the video, there's a practice quiz, navigating and selecting, 5 questions.
So I need to go to Coursera then.
Yeah.
And
Oops.
are you saying that the quiz since morning?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did it. I did it since yesterday.
Oh, wait. Can you see my screen right now?
Yeah.
Okay. So we did this one in the morning, taking charge of Excel. And now we're doing navigating and selecting, practice quiz, 5 questions. Maybe you did it already.
Oh, practice quiz. I think this one I did it since
Okay.
yesterday. I tried to do it this morning, but I am not allowed.
Okay.
I was not allowed.
Was it navigating and selecting?
I don't know if there are any more than one quiz, so just let me check.
Yeah, there's more than one for every video.
So this is called Are Essential Skills Too Basic for Me? So I think, okay, let me go back from this quiz. So if I start looking the menu bar on the left,
Yeah.
read, and then quiz. This is what I did. And then discussion prompts.
Could you share your screen?
Right. So
Okay. Can you click on the practice videos and challenges?
yeah.
Yeah. And then, all right. Okay, and then go down, down. Okay, that one right there. Navigating and selecting. Go up one.
Oh, this
Yeah,
one?
that one. That's the one.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, you can stop sharing now.
So just click start.
Yeah, just click start
Thank you.
and you're welcome. But you're still sharing your screen. You'll have to.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
What I can see my Coursera and quiz like bomb again.
Can you share your screen?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so you're already there. You don't have to do that yet. Can you go back to the Coursera? Go to, I think it's the practice one, the next one to the right. Yeah. Okay, there you are. So right there, practice quiz, navigating and selecting on your left. Go down one.
No?
Yeah, that one. Okay, there you go. And just click start.
Wow.
So Mr. Johnny,
Yeah.
in terms of I use Mac, how do I classify this? I just tell them something, or I just go with the flow, click on one of the correct ones?
Sorry, could you say that again?
Oh, I am saying it has Windows and Mac, right?
Yeah.
So, for example, question number 1 in Excel, the following mouse pointer will allow us to use.
Oh, I think you would be based on your Mac, on the picture with the Mac.
Yeah,
Yeah, so follow that one.
but I mean the optional answers or the answer option, it doesn't identify Mac or Windows. So how do we get it correctly?
One second. Mrs. Sarai, can you stop sharing, please?
How can I stop it?
Actually, wait, look for the red button. Actually, you know what? This is a good idea. Let's do it together. And that way we kind of can help each other. Mr. Sarai, can you go to number 1 again? No, just scroll up. No, go back. Yeah, and scroll up to question number 1.
Yes, sir.
That's question number 2. You can scroll up to. Okay, there you go. Okay, and a little bit more. Oh, go up, 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 up. All the way up. Okay, perfect. Okay, so let's do this together and see how well we do with the score. So in Excel, the following mouse pointer will allow us to, and what do we think here? We got move data, copy data, select data, and delete data. So we can see Windows and Mac have a different pointer. And Does anybody remember what this mouse pointer or the symbol or icon will do? Will it move, copy, select, or delete data? Who can remember?
I think that is move.
move,
All right, so I heard some
Move.
move,
move
okay.
data.
Move data, okay. So let's try that. Mr. Sarai, can you choose move data? Yeah, all right. And for Mac, I'm guessing it should be the same as well for move. It's just the
Yeah.
symbol is different. Okay,
Yeah, that's
let's go
move.
to number 2. All right, in the following graphic, which is the active cell? Can you scroll down a bit to see the answer? All right, so what is the active cell? Who can tell me and tell me why?
B1 is an active cell because it's there are the column is there. Yeah, the color there, the green color in the B1.
All right, so does everybody agree?
B1 agree.
All right, so let's try B1 then. Yes, let's go to 3. All right, Mr. Sarai, yeah, go to 3. To select the whole of column B, we double click on cell B1, click File, select column, click and drag B1 down to B1000, or click on B. What do we think here?
Another support or
Sorry, Mr. Hat?
click B.
Click on B, column B. Does everybody agree?
Yes, that's correct.
All right, let's try number 4.
Control A.
What is the shortcut to select all data in the data block? Someone said Control A. Who said that?
Control A.
Okay, Mr. Haas. Does everybody agree? May you agree too?
Yeah, this is my answer for the last section.
Okay, nice. All right, Lisa agrees too. Let's try Control A. All right, and last one. How do we select 2 blocks of data that are not next to each other or non-continuous? Mr. Rasme's question as well.
Select first block, hold down Control T.
All right, and so there's 4 different answers. So if you want to answer it, you can say number 1, number 2, number 3, or number 4.
Number 2.
Number
Select
2.
first block, hold down Control T, and select second block.
All right. What about the others? Mr. Sarai, you agree?
Yes, I agree.
Okay. Or everybody else? All right, let's try 2. All right, let's click on I understand, the square button. Yeah, and just put your name.
Oh, I'm sorry about the question number 5. Seeing the 2 and 3 similar answer.
Okay, let's
It can be the same.
hold down.
Siri, hold down. In that hold before select, and then hold and then hold down.
The 2 ways have the same answer. Not, but the 2 is easier a little bit.
Before the computer.
Yeah, I see what you mean. All right, so let's see what happens. Just scroll down and submit. And if we get 100, let's go have a drink. All right, Mr. Sarai, can you click submit? Yeah.
I
If
got,
not get 100 because of
got
the
80.
trainer.
Woo.
I got 80.
You got 80. Okay.
Yeah, I got the last
got
one wrong.
80 too.
100.
The last one is tricky.
Yeah, it is. But luckily, we have Hat and Sarai, and that's May gave us a few tips.
100. Oh my gosh. We celebrate a party, that's my.
So right,
Okay, great.
please come to Phnom Penh celebrate party, not to be in Siem Reap anymore. Time to move.
Nice. Okay, perfect. So let's stop sharing for a second and let's keep going. Tuesday. All right. So we got the view options next. There's less questions, so it'll be a bit quicker. So let me share my screen. All right, so we have 10 questions to do, so this will be quicker, and it's about using the zoom slider within Excel. So increasing and decreasing the zoom. All right. So I'll assign you that, but I'll put on the video first. So can we get a vote here? Should I just put the video for everyone to watch, or do you want to watch it individually?
Yeah, we watch together.
Okay, let's watch it together.
Together is the best choice. And later we can watch by ourselves because we know where to watch.
Okay, good idea. All right, so here we are. We finished the quiz. We're going to view options now, 5 minutes long. And I'm going to make sure my volume's good. All right, here we go. And making sure, let's see. Okay, all right.
Which windows?
Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Sean is now navigating quite comfortably around his Excel workbook. But when we have a really massive workbook like this, it still does present a lot of challenges. And one thing that can help us are some of our view options. We'll start by looking at the bottom of the screen on our status bar. We have a small tool called a zoom slider, and this allows us to quickly zoom in by clicking on the plus, zoom out by clicking on the minus, or simply drag the zoom slider to get to exactly where we need it. To the left of the zoom slider are 3 view options. We are working in normal view, but to the right of that, you will also see the page layout view. This gives us a good indication of how the Excel workbook sits on the page and is useful when we come to print. To the right of that is the page break view, and this is very good for getting an overview of a large worksheet. For the most part, though, we will work in normal view, so I'm going to click back on that. Coming up to our ribbon now, I'm going to click on the View tab. You will notice a lot of the tools we've just looked at, like the page breaks views and the zoom tools, are also available on the ribbon tab. If I needed to quickly zoom in, for example, to 100%, I can just click on the 100%. If you find that tool really useful, don't forget you can always add it to your quick access toolbar. So I'm going to right-click and add quick access toolbar. There are also several checkboxes which will allow you to turn off and on some view options. For example, if I'd like to hide my grid lines, I can untick grid lines and they're gone. Usually it's easier to work with them all. One tool which can be quite useful is the split. This allows us to split our screen so we can view different sections simultaneously. I'm going to click near the middle of my screen and click split. And where these grey lines have appeared, my screen has actually been split into 4 sections. I find this a bit difficult to work with, so I'm going to double click on the middle split to remove it. I now just have a top and a bottom. And if I wanted to see some data at the top and compare it to data near the bottom, I can come to my lower scroll bar and scroll down till I get to near the bottom. And you can see I look at 2 different sections of my screen simultaneously. To turn the split off, I can double click back on this line or come back up to split and click it off. Now, while the split is quite useful, even more useful is the freeze panes. Sometimes I want to be able to simply scroll down or scroll across and still be able to see my headings. And you can see at the moment I can't. I'm going to bring this little scroll bar back up and I'm going to come to freeze panes. If I click the drop down and say freeze top row, sounds good, but you'll see it's only frozen the top row, which doesn't really help me in this situation. So to turn that off, come back to freeze panes and click unfreeze. Now what I actually want to be able to do is freeze the top 3 rows and my first 3 columns. The trick to this is to click in the cell directly right and directly below the columns and rows I want to freeze. So you can see I'm below row 3 and to the right of column 3. I now come up to freeze panes and I click freeze panes. Some faint black lines have appeared, but you'll notice now when I scroll down, my headings stay fixed, and when I scroll right, my 3 columns on the left also stay fixed. And again, to turn freeze panes off, back to freeze panes and unfreeze. Now, the last quick option I want to look at is the option to switch windows. This is useful when you have multiple workbooks open. So let's get another workbook open. We've up to now looked at File Open, but I'm going to press Control-O, which is the shortcut, and I'm going to choose W101 VO2 Select and Navigate. We are now looking at a different workbook, but what about if I want to get back to the one I was working in previously? I come to my View tab, I come to Switch Windows, and I now have a list of all my Excel workbooks that are currently open, and I can just click to switch. There's also a useful shortcut key. It's Control F6. So I press Control F6, and you can see that quickly switches me between my open windows. So there are some view options to help speed up your workflow and make it easier to work with larger workbooks. Get in there and have a play.
All right, great. So what we're going to do now is we have 7 questions here. And, oh, sorry, not that one. We have 10 questions. So what's going to happen is Mr. Visal, Mr. Kiang, and Sarai, you will have questions 1 to 5. And questions 6 to 10. Now, what I want you to try is to alternate answering the questions when we take it up together. So everybody has a chance to answer. All right, let me put this in the group first. All right. Now, what I forgot to do, and I apologize for that, is to send you the actual Excel file that they work with in the video. So download that file and open it up in your Excel so that you can also follow along, or also when you're presenting to us, use the same file, just so that it's more realistic, okay? So let me put you in the groups and you'll have about 15 minutes, 10, 15. I'll join in and listen in and help. Breakout rooms. Recreate 2 rooms, assign manually. All right, so we have Mr. Visal.
So I can't see the video that you play at the moment.
Okay. You'll have to watch it. I think you can see my screen. It's called View Options. If you stay with me, you can share your screen and show me. I'll show you how to do it. Just give me a second here. For some reason, okay, Visal. One second. What happened? Create. So we got Visal. Sorry, we got Visal, Mr. Kim, and Sarai. Other room is okay. All right. So open up the rooms. You can go, Mr. Sarai. You can stay first. If you need help, I can show you. If you show me your screen, okay, you're okay.